programs about?
Well, track has become out here to Bowman Middle School, and it's part of their traditional arts program for students called TAPS. And I teach banjo. I've got 6 students, and we learn the traditional claw hammer banjo. And we're learning tunes like Froggy Went a-Courtin' and all kinds of old tunes. And I'll tell stories that have tunes in them. There's one called The Foolish Frog, and the kids will play along. And we're just starting with the basics, the G chord, the C chord, the D7 chord, and getting that frailing down, which is the old time, that kind of a pop. And we get together after school every Tuesday, and we have a lesson for about an hour and 15 minutes or so.
So you said there were 6 students.
Yes.
Is this the beginnings of their musical involvement, or where were they to start with?
All of these students were beginners on banjo. Some play some other instruments. Yeah, so everybody is beginner, and we're making progress. The trick here with this claw hammer style is to get that frailing down, that claw hammer, and then you can do a lot with that. And one of the reasons I do the storytelling with the repeating song is they'll listen to the story, and when I get to the song part, they chip in on their banjo, usually with a G chord, which is the easiest chord, and then I'll have them switch to a C or a D7 if they're able, and teach them different ways to finger it and different ways to play it. In fact, I have them begin by shaking hands with a broomstick.
Oh, okay.
To get their hand in the proper shape.
So there's almost as much to the music, there's almost as much the history, of the old-time music as it is the actual music itself at times.
Exactly. I mean, this is a heritage, this music, especially this claw hammer banjo, which is a little different than the bluegrass style. It's not quite as fancy, not quite as plucky. It's a little more rhythmic. It's a part of the heritage of these mountains here in this town.
So now, at some point in time, will there be a performance where folks can see how they do, or
Yes.
where will it end for that part?
Well, when we want to be funded as long as we can. I'd like to carry this through the whole year and into the spring and have a really nice performance. Whenever we have to end for lack of funding, we will have a performance at that time. I don't know if it will be for the whole school, for a small audience, but we will have a performance. Yeah.
Well, so they will get a chance to show off.
They will have a chance.
And like many things, a lot of it just depends on the funding, and it is a program of the Toe River Arts Council.
Yes, it is, and they're funded by grants. So we have people like Kate who go out and try to find the funding and to do as much as she can with as little as she's got.
How long have you already been, has this been going on for how many weeks?
Well, so far they've got funding for 9 weeks, and this is probably week 6, I think, something like that. So the kids have been with me about 6 weeks.
Well, that's cool. Now, you said there was a total of 6. We have 2 that could be with us this
Exactly.
afternoon, and that's just how it works. Whoever can be here can be here.
Exactly.
And so we'll talk to them for a second. I just want to see kind of how they feel about it.
Yeah.